Hi, good morning and welcome to the Playpen Education channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 easy steps with which you can run online classes for preschool kids. Corona has taken a heavy toll, schools are closed and yet schools are functioning because all of them are running online classes. Now what happens to the pre-primary schools? You have kids too, but these kids are so small that they can't manage things on their own and they have to be helped by an adult at home. So how do you run these online classes? I'm going to help you with all of that, and by the time we are through with this video, you'll know exactly how to go about it. Step 1. Setting up your video streaming arrangement. Now remember, the classes are going on online, which means that you are connecting with them remotely. There are several apps you'll find, and the most popular ones are Zoom and Google Meet. I have personally used these to conduct workshops with small children and they work really well. So you just have to download these on your mobile or get them on your laptop. You set up the Meet, share the link with all the participants and you're good to go. It's very easy to use, very comfortable to use, and you can just do a trial of it with your friends or with your family first so that you are used to the nitty-gritty of it. And once you get started, initially it might be a little not very comfortable to use, but once you get around it, once you get the hang of it, you'll find that it's a very comfortable tool to use and everybody is doing it. So you're going to have no problem with it. Step 2. Interacting with parents and preparing them. Remember, in your school, in the classrooms, there are teachers, there are assistants who help kids with all the learning. But at home, it's the parents, the caregivers or the adults who are going to be essentially hand-holding the kid and taking them through with everything. They are not trained teachers, remember. They don't know how to go about it. They are just parents. So you are going to help them, teach them how to be teachers in their own homes with their own kids. So it's very, very essential that parents know what to expect. They know what the schedule is going to be. They should know what the routine is going to be like. They should know what kind of preparation they need to make. And so I would suggest that the first meeting that you do with all your participants should be exclusively with the adults so that you can kind of give them an introduction to what to expect and give them a little bit of orientation on how the days are going to unfold in future. Step 3. Creating the ambience. The child must feel like he or she is in the classroom. Very difficult thing to do at home, and yet the parents have to make an effort to create that. So in order to create this ambience, you have to tell them to designate a special area in the house where the child is going to study every day. Now if they can spare a room for it, that's really wonderful, but we all live in a flat, most of us do, and it's not easy to spare a room. You've got bedrooms, you've got sitting rooms, you've got other areas, there are other family members, and you can't really disturb all of it because this is a long-term thing. This is not going away anywhere soon, and I believe that pre-primary kids are going to be the last ones to get back to school, and even when pre-primary schools open, parents are not going to be in a hurry to send their kids because everyone's scared. So what you have to do is the next best thing, that you tell them how to do this in their homes. So if they cannot allocate a separate room to be the study room or the work room, any corner in any room will do. All they need is to get a table and a chair of suitable height. They might already have such an arrangement at home, and if they don't have, just guide them that the furniture should be child friendly, it needs to be a little colorful, the height must be correct so that the child's shoulders and back do not hurt sitting long hours. Not that the kid will be able to sit for very long hours, but anyway, a suitable chair and table arrangement should be made for formal work, and in the same room a little informal area should be created. Now this is just to read books or maybe play games or to do something else other than the formal work that they are going to be doing on their desk and chair. In order to create this, they can just throw a rug in the corner, put some cushions, some lights, child's books, toys. If you have a little library kind of a thing, a stand for books, wonderful. Otherwise just a small table will do. All their books, toys, music, everything can be arranged there, and they can keep switching from the desk and chair to this informal corner. This will create the ambience, and then of course the rest follows. So once this is in place, you're pretty much good to go. Step 4, establishing the routine. Now that the workroom is in place, now that your video conferencing is set up, now that our parents are prepared, this is the actual boots on ground work, setting up the routine. When you're talking to all the parents, try and get a consensus on a good time to start each morning. Remember, a routine has to be set up, so you must start at the same time every single day. It's all about the discipline that brings into this whole process, which will be required if you are to conduct the classes every day. So when you set up your Google Meet or your Zoom Meet, give them a time. Say we'll start at 11 every morning and all of you are requested to join in. You have to be prepared to start at the same time every morning. So you start off your classes no matter whoever is joining, and keep admitting the people as and when they join you. So it's very important that the child gets used to being there at a particular time. Remember, even when they come to the classroom, they do this. They come to school at a particular time, they know where to go, they know where to sit, they know where to put their belongings, and that is exactly how this routine should work at home, right? So you start at a particular time, and then I suggest that you schedule the day, break it up time wise, start with one activity. Say suppose in the classroom when they come in, you start off with a prayer. Get everyone to fold their hands, say the prayer that you say in prayer, you lead the activity and you have others follow. Parents are also most welcome to join in. And once that is over, maybe you move over to circle time. Now in the classroom, you would all be physically sitting in a circle and doing whatever it is you are doing. But here they can all sit in their cozy corner or in their where their chair is. And suppose you start off with rhymes. So we have this book, Rhyme Time with Activities, and you can start off with, say, the first poem, which is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's a poem that everyone is familiar with. It's a nursery rhyme and you can all sing it together. If you have recorded music, you can play that and everyone can sing along with the music. You can do the actions, you can tell them, or maybe you've been already doing it and it's familiar to them and they can just repeat it. When you place your cameras, when you're doing your video, make sure that they can see all of you. Have somebody be there and view what children can view of you, because they must be, if you're showing them the steps, they must be able to see your hands, they must be able to see your feet movement. Otherwise it's all a waste and it will end up in a lot of confusion with everyone trying to talk at the same time and saying we can't follow what you're doing, or can we do this again please. Initially you will have this bit of a confusion, but once it falls into place, once you do it for a couple of days, everything will get comfortable with the routine and it will happen comfortably. So when you're done with your rhymes, you may want to move on to a craft activity, which will of course work the small fine muscles of the children's fingers. So here we've got an activity that says, dip a piece of sponge in blue paint and color the star with it. So if you have some of these activities planned like we have in our books, parents will have to be told in advance. That is why I told you this preparing the parent stage is so important, because for this you're going to need a piece of sponge, you're going to need paint, you're going to need water, you're going to need a washcloth or a towel to clean hands. In the classroom, your teachers will be arranging for all of this, but at home parents have to do it, and so you need to give them advance warning of at least say a week. You must prepare your schedule at least a week in advance, tell them in detail, mail to them, WhatsApp them, create a group, tell them what is required exactly, so that when you come to this activity, all those things are there on the table in the workroom for the child to work on. Similarly, you need to have all these things on your table because you are going to be leading this activity. So take your sponge, dip it into the blue paint, smear the page with it, show the kids how to do it, and encourage parents not to do it for the child. Many parents are inclined to do this. They want neat work, they want the appearance of perfection, but please tell them that let the child do it. It's okay for the child to spread the paint beyond the boundaries of the star. It's not a competition. The idea of this activity is to have fun, get the child to feel textures, get them to work their little fingers, all right, and have fun at the same time. It's not all about just work. So you have to keep switching activities, and remember that these must include physical activities for the gross motor development. The large muscles of arms and legs have to be exercised too. So you need to have these jumping, hopping, crawling exercises. I will come into detail of all of these in my future videos, but for right now, suffice to know that you need to have some kind of a routine in place where you say that okay, 11 to 11:30 we are going to be doing this, 11:30 to 12 we take a break, 12 to 1, because remember, kids need to go to the washroom. You also need a snack break in between. Bring your own snack, use the opportunity to teach them something. Every activity that you do is an opportunity to teach them something. So you can teach them all about table manners, teach them how to eat with their mouth closed, not to litter, wipe their hands with a napkin, no wastage. There are so many lessons that come out of all these activities, but the important point here is to establish the routine. The fifth, last and most important step: celebrate success. Yes, it's not all about work, like I said earlier. You must celebrate success, put some music, dance, rejoice at the end of every day, give them a clap, pat on the back for a good day's work done, have fun. So this was the 5 steps in which you can easily conduct online classes. I'll be sharing many more videos. If you have liked this one, please do hit the like button, share it with your friends. Someone else might benefit from my vast experience. Do subscribe to the channel. Watch the space for many more useful videos. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.